Did you know that the installed versions of Microsoft Word and PowerPoint have language tools built right into the applications? These tools, especially the Translate feature, can potentially help you make learning materials, course content, and general information, including class newsletters, more accessible not only to your ELL students, but to the ELL parent community of your school as well. With just the simple click of a button, you can translate documents in Word and text in PowerPoint into a wide variety of languages. Let's take a closer look how. So here I am working in the installed version of Word, and let's say that I'm putting together a reading activity for a group of students in my class. Let's say that I have a couple of students who are brand new to Canada. They have come from the Philippines and they barely speak English. I can support these students as they integrate into my class by taking this particular reading activity and translating it into Tagalog or Filipino. To translate this document, I'm simply going to come up to my menu bar and click Review, and I will find the Translate button. Now, notice when I click on the Translate button, I can either translate a selection of the document or I can translate the entire document. Please note that if I choose Translate a selection, I first have to select the text that I wish to translate. Notice in the far right side, the translator has opened up. It's set to selection. It detected that the document was originally created in English, and right now it's actually translating it to French. But I can click on the French language and I can select another language from a list of a wide variety of languages that Microsoft has installed in the program. And I find Filipino just above French. With just simply clicking on Filipino, that selection of text from my document has now been translated into Filipino. I could go ahead and click Insert, and this translated portion would be inserted into my document. But let's close this translator for a moment. I want to actually translate the entire document. So I'm going to deselect my text and I'm going to click on Translate again. Remember, I find the Translate feature in the Review menu. I click on Translate, and this time I'm going to select Translate Document. Again, that translator will open up to the far right of my document, and I want to make sure that the From language, that happened really quickly. Let's close that. We're not going to save that. Let's make sure that the From language is set to English, and we're going to change. Right now it's set to translate this document to French. I want to translate this to Filipino. And once I'm ready, I go ahead and click Translate. We'll give that a moment to work its magic. And notice that my text, including headings, was translated to the Filipino language of Tagalog. Now, this is not the original Word document. In fact, let's minimize this so that you can see that no changes were made to my original document. Instead, Microsoft Word created a new document with the translated text. Now, I could easily save this document and I could share it in a variety of ways. I could share it to my students through OneDrive, through Microsoft Teams, through Google Classroom. I could even share it with them in a OneNote class notebook, or send the students the document through Outlook email. So that's how easy it is to translate a document, whether it be a selection of text or the entire document in Microsoft Word. Let's take a quick look at the Translate feature in Microsoft PowerPoint. So again, I'm going to open up a PowerPoint in the installed version of the application PowerPoint. And let's go to a slide with text. So I'm just going to go to slide number 2, and I'm going to select the text on this slide. In my menu bar, I'm going to click on Review, and again, I'm going to click that Translate button, similar to what I would do in Microsoft Word. Again, similar to Microsoft Word, a translator will open up to the far right of your PowerPoint slide. Now, in the top box, I want to make sure that the language for from is set to English. And in this case, yes, PowerPoint Translator actually detected that this text was written in English. For the to, it remembered from the last time I used Translator that I wanted to translate the text into the Filipino language. I'm going to actually select a different language this time. Let's go ahead and select German. And with just that click from Filipino to German, we can see that that text, that particular question, was translated from English to German. Once I have the text translated, I simply click Insert to insert the German translation onto my slide. One thing to note is that the Translate feature in PowerPoint only allows you to translate sections of selected text. If you want to be able to translate an entire PowerPoint, you need to download the Presentation Translator for PowerPoint app found at translator.microsoft.com. Again, that's translator.microsoft.com. Once you've downloaded the Presentation Translator for PowerPoint and you've restarted PowerPoint, you go to Slideshow in your menu bar, and at the very end of the tool ribbon, you will see Translate Slides. This will translate the content of your slides into the language you choose. Simply click Translate Slides, select the language that the slides are currently written in, and then select the language that you wish to translate the slides presentation to. I'm going to select English to French and click Translate Slides. You have to save this presentation, so I'm going to go ahead and just save this on my desktop. And I can see that the slides have been translated from English to French. In this case, the original PowerPoint presentation has not been edited. Instead, Microsoft PowerPoint has made a new copy of the PowerPoint presentation and translated that copy into the language that I chose. One last thing to remember is whether you use the Translate feature in Microsoft Word or you translate sections or an entire PowerPoint presentation, it is easy to then share that content with your language learners to support them in your class.